It's 1 a.m. as I record this. I just got home a couple of minutes ago. Quite a distance from the theater to my place. Yes, I have seen Evangelion 2.0. You cannot advance. I told my sister and her fiance right after we left that they'd have to forgive me if I shut down for a little bit. And for the last 2 hours now, I've been in a very subdued state. Very, I'm in shock. I really am. I knew that it would mirror parts of the series, but I didn't realize it would be taken to extremes in the battle sequences and even in some of the personalities that I came across. But just to be clear, I'm just going to be. I apologize if this sounds a little offbeat from what I usually do. This is probably going to end up a multi-video commentary from me. So if this runs over 15 minutes, you'll have to forgive me if I'm just kind of babbling here, but I've got a lot going through my mind. I've been following Neon Genesis Evangelion since 2007 when I first saw it on VHS, and it had a very, very big impact on me. To see it revived in Rebuild of Evangelion is quite simply a dream come true. The fact that fucking Unit 4 wasn't seen. God damn it, Anno. What? You couldn't give us a schematic. You did it again. You had how many tens of millions of yen to play around with, and you couldn't give us a fucking schematic? You'll redesign Unit 5, but you won't give us Unit 4? You tweak the coloring on Unit 3, but you won't give us Unit 4? What the fuck? Seriously. Oh, as I promised in my, in vlog number 3, I didn't get to see anybody at the theater. That was, that's not surprising, because it's a big place, and I'm pretty sure my, dare I say, fan base reaches that far. But as promised, when it took me a couple of seconds for it to register, because I didn't know if it was Adam blowing up, which didn't happen in the movie. We didn't see that, not really. But when Unit 4 blew up, even though my sister was tapping on my arm, she was like, "Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet." I did let out a slightly audible "no." I just didn't have the heart to do it louder. Unfortunately, I'm a coward. I couldn't do it. I tried. I failed. But nobody recognized it. But anyways, I'm not hurt. Why should I be? So, I'm still in shock. You'll have to forgive me if I just start rambling here. There's a couple of things that stick out. Ava 1.0 was condensed down the first 6 episodes, and just the first 6 episodes, quite nicely, I thought. I thought it did it rather well. The pacing was a little quick for things to soak in. They didn't pay enough attention to some things that I thought they did on others. Like, I like how Shinji was moping around Tokyo 3 for a lot longer. There's a lot of depression in him, and he's and not really resistance, but just I was able to pick up his mood a lot better. I'll say it was a lot more efficient way of doing it. I think you can see that he's hurt, whereas in the series he's just kind of walking around doing nothing, and then he runs into Kensuke, who's playing in a wheat field. Do they even have wheat fields? Must be genetically engineered wheat fields with a toy gun, which was kind of an embarrassing scene, humiliating, something like that. But one of the things I noticed about 2.0 was there was a, shall I say, dramatic shift in the personality of Asuka Langley Shikinami. She's not Soryu anymore. She's Shikinami. Shikinami? I'm not sure. I don't care. I will later, but not tonight. Um, she does, and we don't see this very much in the series. We see a little bit of hesitation in her um, around when the 12th angel shows up. There's a slight hesitation in her, and this really comes to fruition when 13th angel shows up, and she wasn't able to beat the angel. She's done fine up till then, and then the 14th angel shows up, kind of breaks her. And when the 15th angel shows up, game over for her, literally. And she's in a lot of pain by the time the 15th angel shows up. Not just because she's been mind raped by the angel, much like the audience was, but just she's in a bad place. What was it that the dub version said? I hate you, Shinji. I hate everything. I think that was that's literally the last thing I remember from that episode. And it was powerful. In 2.0, while she has the ability to, she's still arrogant, self-assured bitch, for lack of a better word. Because, my God, her first meeting with Shinji, that was, wow, she didn't even give him a chance, and she just beat the hell out of him. Basically knocked him to the ground and stood over him like, this is your position compared to me. And by the way, what's up with the title of Captain? Captain Asuka Langley Shikinami? I don't get that. But anyways, wow, she didn't even give him a chance to speak. That was kind of brutal. Showing him his place, that's not exactly what I thought would be the way it went. And then we see, almost immediately after, let's see, that would be Angel 7, was she killed all by herself, the popsicle stick death clock of doom, which was kind of an interesting angel. I was surprised how big it was. I was like, wow. CGI angel, of course. It was pretty interesting. I don't quite get how it is that it has Satchel's face on it. Although now that I think about it, the fifth angel, Shamuzio, Shamshel, however you say it, in Rebuild, it also has a Satchel face. And, of course, Lilith is Satchel face planted all over it, so I guess that's the icon of the angels now. Beyond merchandising for the series, of course. Anyways, getting back to it, right after the seventh angel is defeated, which, okay, that was a good entrance. We had to be able to see that she was a capable Eva pilot compared to Shinji, who's a little hesitant, and Rei, who's just a little machine that she is. We had to be able to see that, Asuka can hold her own. That's great. That she has an arrogance to her. But then right after the seventh angel is destroyed, she moves into she moves into Misato's place. Why? I don't know. I mean, it happened in the series, okay, but they have to learn to get along with each other. That isn't why she moved in the series, but I don't get it. Whatever. I guess it was just an excuse to get them closer to each other. Whatever. But in that first night or whatever it is, we see Asuka with her little doll, with her name on it, which, that's supposed to be her. She's talking to herself out loud. I don't need a doll to talk to myself, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And that's kind of the thing I don't get, is, she wants to prove herself. She's constantly wanting to prove herself that she's good. When they have to confront the, the 8th angel, previously the 10th angel, Sahakuyo. When they confront that, she's all, I can do this by myself, why do I need the others? And, it's understandable they need to work as a team. Misato said this is not about me not liking what you do. I definitely like what you do. It's just we need support. We need others to be involved in this. This is not a one-person job, regardless of how well you do it. And while, she does kind of sort of become a team player, it's kind of interesting how quickly, and this is kind of my bugaboo about Asuka in particular, is she makes this descent into self-analysis and depression rather quickly, I thought, in the series. And yeah, she's an arrogant little bitch through most of the movie, but they get into her need to be an Eva pilot in order to be recognized, just like she was in the series. But I thought that it was lacking something. There was a lack of the energy that I knew of Asuka Langley Soryu is different here, and it makes me wonder if maybe she wasn't rewritten in some fashion. Now, this whole rambling I've been doing for the last 6 minutes just about Asuka and the differences between the series and the movie has led me to my next point, which is Mari Illustrious Makinami. I think Illustrious was a nickname that she gave herself. I don't think you can give yourself a nickname, but she did, because her middle name is Illustrious. It just needs to be put in quotes, and there you go. Who is a bit of a quandary. I don't quite get her, and here's what I don't get. We had to feel, skipping ahead a little bit, we had to feel bad. We had to feel concerned for the pilot who was inside Unit 3. When the dummy plug system attacks Unit 3, we have to feel the same kind of pain that Shinji feels as he's going through this experience. And it had to be somebody inside the cockpit that we cared about, that we knew about. And this is a case of paying attention to your audience a little bit more. The reason that Jazz died in Bayformers 1 is because he was a character that everybody knew and loved from beforehand. Unfortunately, his portrayal in Bayformers 1 wasn't very good, but, his death was still a bit of a blow. Not a BJ, mind you, just a blow. It hurt people. It surprised a lot of people. It was there more for shock value. That's one of the flaws of Bayformers. I won't get into that here. But getting back to it, we had to have somebody inside Unit 3's entry plug that we cared about. That's the reason why Shinji doesn't fight. The other reason is that, like the series finale of Star Trek Enterprise, what Evangelion the series did in that episode is it totally blew the surprise about who the pilot of Unit 3 was. They kind of build it up for the first half of that episode, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, it's Toji. I still remember Asuka's reaction. Who the hell made him third child? Or who the hell made him fourth child? That was great. That was classic. I lulled at that. But it wasn't enough, because it was one of Shinji's friends. It's somebody we don't know very much about, and it's kind of somebody... Yeah, it hurts Shinji because he only knows that somebody's inside Unit 3. That's all he knows. He can see the entry plug in there. By the way, I'm glad they highlighted this in 2.0 because they didn't do it very well in the series. We as an audience, and Shinji needs to know that there's somebody inside there and needs to feels Shinji's dilemma much more so. And so that's why Asuka was put in the entry plug, and why we actually got to see Toji's sister up and about. That's why I think Mari Makinami was introduced into EVA 2.0. Regardless of what Anno has planned for 3.0, text name Q for quickening. What the hell does that mean? We'll find out. Regardless of what his plans are for her in 3.0, I think that Mari was introduced in 2.0 specifically so that an Eva would be around to show what this angel, the 12th angel, is it now? It used to be 14, now it's 12. What the 12th angel was capable of doing. We had to be able to see what kind of power, what kind of fight would this thing put up? What kind of struggle will we have to go up against? With Unit 0 damaged, we know it's going to pop up with an N2 mine in hand. It turned out to be an N2 rocket, which I lulled at. But here's what I'm trying to get at, is that it's almost like Mari, who, by the way, is kind of a street... We don't get much character development on her here. We probably will in the next episode. But she's... It's kind of like all the kick from Asuka in the series got taken out of her and placed in a different character. Because Mari has this arrogance and superiority to her, and she's very calm in battle. She's not a panicked individual, not like the other kids. Clearly there's something else about her we're not being told, because she has this secret agenda. I can't believe I'm working with these other kids. I'm wondering if she's not another angel or something else.